Caitlin Clark speaks out on WNBA's investigation into hateful comments against Angel Reese. Caitlin Clark has broken her silence on the WNBA's investigation into the alleged abuse that Angel Reese received during the Fever and Sky's opening weekend clash. Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever have begun their 2025 WNBA campaign with a win and a loss. Their win came against Angel Reese and the Chicago Sky on opening weekend. Unfortunately, the game was marred by controversy around alleged hateful and racist abuse aimed at the Sky superstar. The WNBA made a statement in defense of Reese and announced that an investigation was underway into the incident. Indiana made a statement as well condemning any abuse she might have suffered, and now Clark has shared her opinion on the issue as well. "There's no place for that in our game. There's no place for that in society," Clark told the press. "Certainly we want every person who comes into our arena, whether player or fan, to have a great experience. I appreciate the league doing the investigation. I appreciate that the Fever organization has been at the forefront of that since day one. The investigation will leave up to them to find anything and take the proper action if so." There is a lot of online discourse regarding what this investigation will result in. However, a strong statement like this from Clark will only help to reduce incidents of this nature. Following all this, though, the focus for both Clark and Reese will be to lead their respective teams to glory during this WNBA campaign. The Fever will want to improve their playoff results from last season, while the Sky aim to make it to the dance after missing out last year. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese rivalry would be good for WNBA. Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese are two of the biggest stars in the WNBA. That is why a rivalry between the two is good for the sport. The 2025 WNBA season tipped off this weekend. Fans were welcomed into the new season this past Friday night, when 2025 #1 overall pick Paige Bueckers made her lead debut against the Minnesota Lynx. Bueckers would finish with 10 points and 7 rebounds in the loss to a Lynx team coming off of a WNBA Finals appearance. However, the main event of the weekend was no doubt the matchup between the Indiana Fever and the Chicago Sky. Fever star Caitlin Clark and Sky star Angel Reese have a rich history. The two go back to their college days, where a rivalry was born. If you ask anyone on the internet today, that rivalry got a little spicy. In the second half, Clark picked up a flagrant foul on Reese that got emotions boiling over, and the crowd was feeling it. In the end, everything would calm down. Clark's Fever would earn a massive 93-58 victory over Reese and the Sky. But that's not the biggest takeaway from this game. Every sport has rivalries. If anything, the rivalries are what make watching sports so fun. Sure, if you dive deep enough into the discourse of Clark and Reese, it can get pretty gross. However, if you're a normal person, what you see when these two meet up on the court is a rivalry that can take the WNBA to the next level.